All right, and as we welcome you here to Van Brunt Field on a decently chilly but still excellent day, I would like to officially welcome you to this Montclair Derby, as it's been called. MHS versus MKA, a crosstown rivalry that's been years and years and years gone by, but here is another exciting addition. This is Girls Lacrosse, and my name is Ian Tratner. Joining me today, I actually have a real crew for once, is
Alex Showcroft,
Kyle Troutman,
and
Julian Matthew.
And we will be covering this game. So far, the Cougars girls lacrosse team not quite looking like the dominant force last year. I believe they currently have a record of 2-3. However, MHS also has that record, so looks like it's going to be two evenly matched teams, both according to records and according to insider sources I have, aka some friends I have on the girls lacrosse team. So, Alex, it looks like you got some stats here, so why don't you just give us a breakdown?
All right. So we got some key players to be looking out for today on the field. All right, we got some top leading goal scorers on the team, such as Shea Murphy with a whopping 11 goals and 7 assists, also for a massive 18 points in only 5 games. Similarly, we have BB Scorzo with 12 goals and 3 assists for a total of 15 points.
That's a sophomore, by the way.
Exactly. Seriously, this team, the new addition to this team's have also been really putting in work. You got Biko McNeil, a freshman, already 7 goals. Seriously.
That's quite impressive, especially in a sport this competitive.
So those are the players you need to watch out points-wise. But of course, there's a lot of work that isn't necessarily reflected on the stat sheet. So
we'll come back to you when the action is hot in just a few minutes. And as you can see, the action's about to get underway, which means you get to hear me again, which is a good thing. Kyle is booing right now.
Why would you say that?
You can really tell it's a full house today.
Yeah, I am not used to this many people in a crew.
Yeah, I have about 3 square inches of space.
This is probably above the weight limit of the shack that I'm currently working with.
Held together by zip ties.
Quite literally. And some of the zip ties aren't even doing anything.
Look at this tape. This tape's just this tape's
That
not even
tape-
holding anything.
Anyway, there's actually a game going on.
That is the tape of reference.
That is this. That was the.
We had to commentate.
I actually have a game that I have to talk about. So now taking the face off here, Shea Murphy, the junior, currently starting off with Alex mentioned, 11 goals, 7 assists. Murphy now getting ready for the draw to get this Montclair Derby underway. And here we go. Murphy now off the draw, tie up. There's a whistle and play has stopped because now they're gonna do the draw again as we have some issues with our timer.
I think it was planned because we fixed our scoreboard during that.
Yeah, anyway, Murphy doing it. Murphy going for another face-off to start this Montclair Derby for real this time, hopefully. Ref walks away, ball is up, and here we go. Taken now by MHS, driving down the right here. MHS still running. Wait, do they have names on the back of their jerseys, or is that a logo?
That's the logo.
That's a logo. Okay, I thought it was going to be helpful, but it was not. MHS now passing around, ranging over to the left in their offensive zone, now behind the net, and I can hear this thing coming apart in the wind.
We definitely got a breeze today.
Yep. As MHS now centers it, still just parading it around the offensive zone there, going in a circle. Finally driving in, and that is warded off there by the Cougar defense. Pass over, another drive-in shot, easy save there for Ella Freeman. Alex has some more stats for us here.
That's true. A great stop there by Ella Freeman. She's been
Where now a penalty shot, no dramatic zoom in, but low shot, saved there by Ella Freeman. Another great save for the junior, who we're going to talk about in more detail right now as Debbie Giddens drives it up, pass it over to Ella herself.
That's true. It seems this season she has been the team's main goaltending force, and you can clearly see right off the bat 2 great stops to keep MHS at 0, and MKA is now on a rush because of that. So
Fitzgerald there passes it to Maggie Murphy, who passes it over to, I believe that is Caroline Caneo. Drops it, however, now recovered back by MHS, driving down the left here. Now centers, looks to have a wide open path, but Debbie begins to try her best to make sure that doesn't happen. Forced to pass it off, Fitzgerald now defending, passing it off again. MK getting ready for some staunch defending, I should say, not stark. It is. The defending is Iron Man. You know what? That makes it work. As MHS now drives in, pass off to the center is off, but collected, and then finally there collected by Ella Freeman. Another great play from the goalie, stepping up in the shoes of the now graduated Orly Sidransk from last year. Freeman now distributes out to Debbie Giddens. Giddens driving down the right here. Keeps running, looking for some options in front. Faces some resistance, tries to pass it off there, and that's going to be whistled down, though. Attempted pass was to, I believe, Peyton Sullivan. I would be correct. As Giddens now takes it again. Pass down to Sullivan on the right, still going in. Now Sullivan now driving towards the center here. Bit of danger. Sullivan still taking it. Now there to Addie Goldstein behind the net. Now down to the left with Biko McNeil. McNeil now to Murphy. Murphy to BB Squarzo. Squarzo to the other Murphy. Now to Olivia Davis. Now to Peyton Sullivan. To Goldstein.
Both teams with the slow down the pace of the game, wait for an opening approach here.
As one cycle's completed, Murphy passes it over to Squarzo, who passes it to the other Murphy, who passes it to Olivia Davis. Davis now down to Sullivan. Sullivan waits. Is the cycle going to be completed once again? No. Fakes twice and is forced back out by MHS. Centers now to that is Maggie Murphy. Murphy now passes it in to Speedy Squarzo. Squarzo down, shoots, goal! MKA! MKA take an early lead in this Montclair Derby as BB Squarzo finds the lane and finds the shot to 1-0.
I mean, did you see that spin maneuver? She just like
Spin move.
got all the time and space away from the D there. I mean, that's all you need for a good goal.
Wide open. Wide open spot there. And MKA take an early lead off of an excellent play. As, who's gonna do camera? Someone, please. I don't see what the problem is here either. Again, we have about 3 jobs and 4 people, so someone's kind of just standing off to the side.
No, that's all right.
Half jobs.
It's all right.
Stat keeping is a job too, you know.
We need someone on standby. You know, you never the.
You always need someone. As
Kind of rough.
face-off is taken
Yeah.
now off of the. We have a game to call. As MHS now driving very quickly on a fast break, to use a basketball term here. Now ranging off to the left, driving in again and again and again, but just keeps getting stopped by the stalwart Cougar defense.
Yeah. Remember how I said Iron Man? This is more of an iron wall from MKA right now.
You know, that's a good one. That's a good one. MHS still being forced out by this iron wall, as Alex appropriately named it. I'm going to just keep using that, man. That is good. MHS now passing around now on the left. Finally finds the lane. That shot goes flying over the goal, barely even troubles the keeper, and that's going to be a keeping MHS possession. For those of you who don't know lacrosse too well, hold on. MHS drives in, but loses the ball there. Finally collected there by Ella Freeman. Freeman starting this game off with some excellent plays.
Why don't you teach the viewers there a bit more about lacrosse now that MK has the ball and the action slowing down.
Squarzo now drives down the left here, and I was saying if the shot goes awry, but but the other team doesn't touch it in the process, it's still the possession of the team who took the shot. It's a very interesting strategy that doesn't really punish for missed shots and still gives opportunities. It's got its up and downs as Murphy passes it to Murphy, now to Squarzo, down the left to McNeil. McNeil now, back behind Addie Goldstein. Goldstein to Peyton Sullivan. Sullivan up to Davis. Davis to Murphy. Murphy to Murphy, and a cycle has been completed. Murphy to the other Murphy, who originally passed to the second Murphy. Squarzo drops it though. Still a scramble, looking more like ice hockey out here. Still scrambling as MKA do eventually come up with it. BB Squarzo managing to cut through the chaos. Squarzo to Murphy. Murphy to Sullivan. Should I just start saying their first names instead of Murphy?
It would differentiate between the two.
It would, but then I would have to know which one is which.
Well, yeah, but you do.
That's a joke, by the way. I do know which one is which.
Yeah, you do say Murphy a lot, and it does make sense because they are both key players to this team. So.
Yes, they are. Oh, an errant pass there from MKA, and MHS take back possession. The Mounties looking to drive down there.
Who's that on the field? Who's that running off?
That's a ref.
Oh. How come they were in the middle of the action there?
I don't know, but MKA playing some excellent defense in midfield. Caroline Canale forcing dispossession as MKA finally take it back, but I believe that's going to be a bit too much contact for the ref's liking. That's going to be a foul. MKA keep possession, and I'm just talking fast at this point. Who has the ball? Peyton Sullivan. Okay.
Just matching the intensity of the game, really. What can you do?
I talk fast. That's how I've always described it. Squarzo now drives in. Oh, excellent save there from the MHS goalie off of an excellent, excellent team effort. That was great. That was a great game sense there. Game sense is a noun now. By BB Squarzo driving in immediately as Sullivan now wandering around the right side here. Looks to drive in, but kind of not getting forced out properly. Passes off to Goldstein. Goldstein now ranging behind the net. Fix left, fix right. Low shot is in! MKA goal off of a finesse by Addie Goldstein.
Yeah.
Looking similar to a Michigan hockey there, just around the net right below the goalie. 2-0 MKA.
I think she really deked out all of the defense there, including the goalie. I mean, even I thought she was going to go fully around, but no, the quick speed, quick cut back around, and a good goal, really.
Even if that was a shot, I didn't think that was going in. That was just excellent placement, excellent finesse, excellent speed, excellent play overall to make it 2-0 with about 5:20 left to go here. I have no idea what's going on to the right of me here.
Yeah.
Besides, camera work is being done, and Kyle is definitely doing something.
And I I will say, ever since the first couple of minutes with Montclair's first rush, they haven't really been too threatening, in my opinion. MKA seems to have taken control of this game. So
As we see here with BB Squarzo now driving down the left. Squarzo now passing it off to Goldstein. Goldstein here passes it off to Sullivan. Sullivan in front, shot, saved. Rebound is collected by MHS. That was an excellent shot there from Olivia Davis.
And got to give props where props are due. That was a good save by the MHS keeper.
Yeah, she is definitely, she's faced a lot of shots. It might not seem like it, but she definitely has. So MHS now gets an offensive possession. First time in a while, it feels like. 21?
I don't know. I thought that was like chant, like from like what do you want? But I don't know.
I heard 21. Either way, MHS still has possession after their very confusing chant by their bench.
We can keep updates on the chant. Oh, never mind. That was
23?
Yeah, no, it was 43. Wait.
43.
Well, clearly it was a number.
Numbers. They're saying numbers.
What
What do they?
numbers mean, Mason?
The numbers, Mason.
Wait, hang on.
Hang on. Right in front. Great save there by Ella Freeman. One-on-one just makes it look so easy. She is absolutely pulling her weight here. Orly Sadransku, all due respect, of course, she is a legend. She is excellent. But looks like the MKA lacrosse community is in good hands. There's Caroline Caneo now, passing it off to Become McNeil on the left. McNeil now, I don't know what's happening to my right anymore, but please stop shaking. Goldstein now passes back around to Sullivan. Sullivan to Davis. Davis to Murphy. Murphy to the other Murphy. Now to Squarzo, McNeil, Goldstein, Sullivan. A cycle has been completed. Sullivan, Davis, Murphy, Shea Murphy, Squarzo, McNeil, Goldstein. Second cycle completed. Sullivan. Wait, no, Davis, Sullivan. Peyton Sullivan finally breaks the chain, now ranging around behind the net, looking to give instructions. Looks more like a football play than anything. We got the quarterback down there. Sullivan looking for an open pass. Tries to find a cutting Murphy, but takes it herself. Low shot, in goal, MKA! I did not expect that. 3-0 now. Excellent finesse there by Peyton Sullivan. And this game kind of just looks like it's being ran away with in the first quarter.
Yeah, I didn't entirely catch that, but it was a good goal there by Murphy, was it?
Sullivan.
Payne Sullivan, apologies, but
I mean, there's two Murphys and only one of pretty much every other last name, so
that's true.
Technically better odds.
Yeah, well, nope. Yeah, and I can see some of the crew, it's getting quite cold today. There is a breeze.
There is quite a wind, as this is Shea Murphy now to take the face off. Or draw. There's a real name, but they're synonymous in my mind. Thanks, hockey. As still scrambling out, whistle is finally blown. I don't know who has possession. I'm guessing it's MKA based on the cheers of this crowd, and I think I would be right, as BB Squarzo now takes it, driving down the right. BB Squarzo still passing it off now to Davis. Davis tries to find Addie Goldstein, can't go over the keeper's head.
I mean, yeah, if that cross was successful, it would have been a wide open net for that goal.
Oh, great defensive play there by MKA. Throw an opportunity. McNeil passes it off to Addie Goldstein. 1-on-1. Goal, MKA! Addie Goldstein with her second. What is that? 2 in like 30 seconds? 40 seconds at most. 4-0 MKA. And they're absolutely running away with this game. That all starts, in my opinion, with the defensive play in the midfield there. What do you think, Alex?
Honestly, yeah, like, seriously, we thought it was over when the cross to Goldstein failed, but no, like, even before we real processed it, ball was already back in the Montclair D, and, well, I mean, you saw the rest. Goldstein between the legs of the keeper is a good goal there. Her second of the game. Nice work.
Very, very nice there from Addie Goldstein. Make it 4-0 MKA with about 2:15 left to go.
I will say, it took them a bit to get going, but when they get going, they really do get going.
They're getting going. Oh, it's not really getting going as Maz scramble for the ball. Still no possession. Still looking more like hockey here again. MHS finally take it, but no, they don't, as the whistle was blown, and MKA will keep possession.
I can't tell if it's commentators' curse to say they've started scoring or that they've suddenly stopped scoring.
How about we just don't talk? Commentators curse can't happen if you don't talk about it.
Let's just have some ambient lacrosse noises for the rest.
And back to commentary. So McNeil now to Squarzo. Over to Murphy. That is Shea Murphy. Murphy now driving in. Spins out. Drives in again. Another spin out. 2-on-1 there. Now to Sullivan. Sullivan down the right. Centers to Squarzo. Squarzo driving in. Spins out again. Spins out. 3-on-1. They just can't this MHS defense just can't decide which MKA player they want to cover the most. Like, everyone's just getting targeted. Murphy down to Maggie Murphy, who gets roughed up a bit, but back out to Shea Murphy. Murphy now driving in. Loses the ball, but that's going to be a whistle. And I believe that's going to be a penalty shot, so I think we zoom in appropriately.
It's grainy.
Final minute of play here as Murphy drives in, shoot, ball MKA off the bounce. Beautiful play there. 5-0 MKA.
That was absolutely played by Shea, right? I mean, come on.
That's
Seriously, the top right corner
off the bounce.
Really?
Like, that was just impressive.
Seriously.
I am. That's just impressive. Like, I don't care if that was intentional or not.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. That was just talent at work.
We're speechless, really. Like, that was.
I'm not. I mean, it might not sound like it because I know I talk a lot, but I am speechless. Like, that's one of the better goals I've seen in any sport. Now, with about 54 seconds left, there's a whistle, and someone's getting possession. It's going to be MHS. Their first offensive possession in a while. Well, MHS now driving in. Whistle blown, but nothing happens. Lacrosse is odd sometimes. I think I've referred to it in past broadcasts as the mysteries of lacrosse. More numbers.
Numbers are back.
40.
Do you think they're like...
Is this the lottery?
Is it a lottery? Are they doing a lottery?
I don't know, but MHS now ranging over to their right.
And they only got 16 seconds, so they better...
15-14, drives in, finds a wide open pass lane. Goal MHS. I mean, these two teams, the rivalry they have, something's got to break sometime. So I don't know what just happened, but the score. Oh wait, no, that's minutes. Now it's 5-1 in this first quarter with 11 seconds left.
And I guess that would be commentators' curse because they did get it done literally 6 seconds after I said that.
We should stop. Anyway, as Murphy gets ready to take the face-off, you and I both have some experience with an MKA-MHS rivalry, both being part of the illustrious Montclair Cup. I think the one MKA-MHS game to actually have a trophy. So, I mean, you've played more than I have. Can you describe your experiences with that as Murphy takes the face-off? Possession, 8 seconds.
I mean, yeah, like versus MHS, it always feels different. Even last year for the hockey team when we weren't we kind of sucked a bit, but like we still showed up for the Montclair Cup.
It was the most important game of the season for us. Like, it didn't matter whether we were 1-16 like we were last year or Kelly Cup finals like this year. Was that some sort of cheering just happened? I guess that was in between as. This is going to be, we reached the end of the first quarter like 20 seconds ago. Current leaders, we have 2 goals from Addie Goldstein, 1 from BB Squarzo, 1 from Peyton Sullivan, 1 from Shea Murphy. And that is going to be our goals for this game so far. And this has been MKA TV, and we'll see you in just a minute.
thought.
And we return here to Van Brunt Field for this girls lacrosse Montclair Derby. Yes, I am giving each individual sport, MKA versus MHS, their own name. This one's the Montclair Derby. This soccer game is the Mont Classico. And obviously the hockey game is the Montclair Cup.
I like Derby. I'm going to say that more often.
It's very good. My name is Ian Tratner, joined here Alex Shilkrot, Julian Matthew on camera, and Kyle Trapman inside the school as this game is ready to get their second quarter started. Face-off taken there. BB Squarzo now driving through. MKA keeping possession. Now passes off to Shay Murphy, who took the face-off. I don't think I said her name. I think I was too busy doing introductions. Murphy into Squarzo, forced out though, down the center. Passes over to the left with Murphy. Murphy to Peyton Sullivan. Sullivan behind the net now to Addie Goldstein. Goldstein back to Sullivan on the right side there. Bit of coast to coast. Now with Shay Murphy. Murphy now Squarzo to McNeil now. To Goldstein. Now with Sullivan. Sullivan tries to find a cutting Murphy. Can't do that. Might just take it herself. Is going to take it herself. Finds his lane. Shot. Goal, MKA! Less than a minute into the quarter. 6-1. I thought, I couldn't tell if she was going to pass off or take that. I don't know about you.
Yeah, I think that's part of the deception there. Maybe the goalie was also expecting another pass there, but I mean, she just
found the lane and went right through it.
and she has the speed to do that. I mean, that was all like within the
That
blink of
was
an eye.
quickness.
Really? Yes.
Yes.
Excellent athleticism from pretty much everyone on this MKA team. I mean, obviously they're athletes. I mean, what are we expecting? But now seems as good a time as any to remind you MKA TV has service hours. So if you're struggling to get these last few hours in before the May 1st deadline, there's about 2 hours per game for every single student at MKA. As BB Squarzo takes the face off, MKA possession driving down the left. But yes, 2 service hours per game if you stay for the entire one. McNeil now passing it down to Addie Goldstein behind the net. Now to Kira Brannigan. Brannigan to Sullivan. Sullivan now with BB Squarzo. Squarzo forced out now with Sullivan. Back to Shay Murphy. Murphy now ranging around the center there, about the 20-yard line. Now at the 15, driving in, spins out again, forced out by 2 MHS defenders. Now Sullivan in to Brannigan. Brannigan trying to drive her way through, but can't quite do it. Kiara Brannigan draws the penalty shot, however, as, okay, there's a massive crowd coming down. I think that's the boys lacrosse team. It's going to be taking on Newark Academy later on today, or at least they were. I don't know if they still are. Penalty shot, Brannigan shoots, saved there by MHS.
And a breeze is really picking up. Yeah, tower's a bit emptier now. Kyle's looking for hand warmers, I think.
Oh, taken back now by MK off the MHS possession. That is Murphy there driving in here. As the entire boys lacrosse team looks to be showing solidarity, as they're showing up to this game in force. Like, this looks like a lot of the team. Murphy now passes it over to Squarzo. Squarzo to McNeil down the left. McNeil now to Goldstein. Goldstein to Sullivan. Sullivan to Brannigan. Brannigan to Squarzo. Squarzo now looking to drive in. Pass to Brannigan, blocked, and that's going to be taken now by MHS.
I think that was a lucky deflection. That was certainly going straight to Brannigan if that stick didn't get in the way there, but now.
Well, now MHS looks to have a clear path to the goal. Shot, easy save there by Ella Freeman. Absolutely pulling her weight in spades. I think I've said that about her already, but I don't care. It's the thing that applies the most. Grace Fitzgerald now taking it up left here. Fitzgerald loses the ball, and that's going to be whistled down, however, for a bit too much contact. I mean, if you take a look, these players don't have any pads. Like, the most they have is goggles.
I know. And it's freezing. How are they still running around and like able to score 5 goals?
I was more talking about the contact that lacrosse has, but sure, we can talk about that too.
Seriously. And no, the contact is seriously a major thing. I mean, have you seen the goalie? I'm going to bring this up every time. The goalie
Is in sweatpants.
literally, and they literally
They
have-
make saves, and these shots are at like I think like 60 to 90 miles per hour, something like that. Like,
they-
it's genuinely impressive,
yeah,
especially in our sport where we wear a bunch of pads.
really. The hockey goalies have it too nice, seriously.
Take away their blockers, please.
Oh, maybe not that. Maybe give them
Oh, Sullivan, goal, MKA! Too busy with our hockey discussion to notice Peyton Sullivan with an excellent move there.
Lost in the analogy.
Hat trick there to make it 7-1 MKA.
I mean, I think if the MHS goalie had like a blocker there, maybe that would have gone in, but they don't. It's a Lacrosse, so a good goal by Peyton Sullivan. A third now,
Yeah.
yes, as you said. So
Yes, someone's taking a timeout here, so we will as well. And we return here after the timeout, after the goal. 7-1 again, Cougars. Currently, that is the most recent one with Peyton Sullivan with her third on the day as Shea Murphy gets ready to take the face-off. Misread the number.
I mean, I think both Murphys do a face-off.
Yeah, so I'm not going insane.
Yeah.
Cool. They're both in my physics class, too, so. As MHS now take it. No, they don't! Great defensive stop there by MKA. I had that no they don't in my back pocket there. Freeman now distributing. Finds Sullivan down the right with a lot of open space in front of her. Peyton Sullivan now keeps driving, looking for something. Finds something in the form of Kira Brannigan. Brannigan gets a bit roughed up there. That's going to be a penalty, something.
Something.
It's a penalty shot from maybe the worst angle I've ever seen. Brannigan passing it off naturally to Maggie Murphy. Passes it to Shea Murphy. Now Sullivan back to Murphy. Over to Maggie Murphy.
I think that's our first Murphy to Murphy of the game, actually.
No, there have been several. My freshman year, the older Murphy was here, so I had some Murphy to Murphy to Murphy goal calls. That was an interesting time. No one had any idea what was going on. As Eddie Goldstein now takes it from Beacon McNeil. Passing it up the left there to squad zone now with Brannigan. Brannigan to Maggie Murphy. Murphy getting closely defended there, and that's going to be a whistle for a lot of contact, which is fair as a... Oh, penalty shot saved there. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention there.
Dude, you should have seen that, dude. BB Scorzo ran in with the speed, caught it like I think she was jumping midair, caught it, and went straight into a shot. After that went
If there's ever something impressive going on and I'm not looking, very loud crowd reaction there from, looks like a mix of random guys and the boys lacrosse team.
That is certainly the lacrosse team.
It's like the 2/3 lacrosse team, 1/3 just a bunch of random guys, which I respect. Halfway done with this quarter now, one lead chain, one goal I think in the entire quarter. 2.
You missed it. Eddie Goldstein got a yellow.
Eddie Goldstein, apparently there's yellow cards in lacrosse. As Eddie Goldstein got one, and
if I saw the situation correctly, Addie Goldstein appeared to cross-check the opponent with her hands separated, which triggered the yellow card and ejection.
Thank you, Kyle. I don't know enough about lacrosse, and apparently it's temporary, like a penalty box. In hockey, wait a minute.
Yeah, hopefully she'll be back.
I'm noticing a couple of similarities.
If you look at that boys lacrosse roster, wait a minute.
Thomas Meeker, Henry McCann, where have I seen these names before?
Okay.
Anyway, back to the action. MHS.
They do have their first offensive opportunity in what seems to be a while, and they might get something out of this. Wait.
A lot of defensive play, and that's going to go wide over the net.
I'll take one.
As Vicky So here coming in clutch with a glove delivery.
Vicky So, the MVP for MKA TV today, with 4 gloves and a jacket.
And a piece of tape to add on, too.
That's true.
As MHS drives in, passing it off, but can't quite make any play happen. And they're still just hovering, though.
And that is a goal for MHS there. We were a bit distracted there, but...
Sorry, I'm trying to coordinate, like, more people than I've ever kind of had to coordinate before. While
that's being sorted out, MHS had the ball behind the MKA net there, and they just, some quick movements, might have been passed, I'm not fully sure, didn't quite completely catch that, but yes, a low shot from MHS there, just got by Ella Freeman, only second one to get by her today though, so still very strong showing for her. It is now 7-2 MKA, and now we will have that is a Murphy, I'm pretty sure, Murphy twin. That is yes, that's Shea Murphy now. Murphy fighting with the ball. MHS will recover it. They're running down the field now, and are you back, Ian, to take this?
I think I am back, as MHS now in a dangerous offensive opportunity here. I think Alex recovering for me there, but again, I'm trying to manage more people than I think have signed up, have actually done games for the club. We got 40 signups, by the way. And you hear me a lot anyway, so please start doing MKA TV as MHS now drives in here. An opportunity, that's another low shot and another goal for No, is it? Is it though? Is it though? No, it's not. Saved by the ref. Something just happened. No, it's not. No, it's not. They're resetting. That was not a goal, despite what the scoreboard might say. I'm
just got an update there.
Wait,
yeah,
yep. See, there we go. I'm very confused. Grace Fitzgerald now down the right. Nothing's. What's going on?
You can hear the student body from here.
We might have some problems with manpower. Anyway, now centered. That is Shea Murphy. Murphy now over to the other Murphy, Daddy Goldstein.
With 4 people in the booth, a manpower shortage was not something I was expecting. But here we have Peyton Sullivan there on the corner, looking to start something here. Running across, seems she couldn't get a pass off. Oh, but she does to BB Scorzo. Scorzo now with the ball still. She's going to pass it over to Shea Murphy. Ian's out of commission for a bit, laughing a bit too hard there. I missed something clearly. Now that's Biko McNeil, the freshman. Oh, I think she was trying to cross it to the center there. Swatted down by MHS. They're struggling to get the ball, though. Oh, Biko McNeil with a recovery, and like how Beacom McNeil tried to recover. We're going to have Ian try to recover from this laughing
I'm
fit.
sorry, something happened behind the scenes that was very interesting. As MKA now taking McNeil passing it off to the left there. Goldstein now back to McNeil. Now back to Goldstein. McNeil to Maggie Murphy. Back to Goldstein. Now to McNeil. I think so. Where did you get that? Vicky, if you're listening, where did you get these gloves? As McNeil now driving up the right. Peyton Sullivan taking it herself. I don't think we want to know where she got these gloves. Sullivan still taking it herself, driving down the right there. McNeil now with it. Someone just yelled the thing. Murphy passing it over to Goldstein, passing it over to Shea Murphy. Shea Murphy now to Maggie Murphy. I think I'm right. Yes, I would be right there.
Oh.
Sullivan, McNeil wide in front. Goal, MKA! The freshman gets another 8-2. That was just pure team play right there, I have to say.
I mean, I think that's the hockey equivalent, lacrosse equivalent of a hockey one-timer. I mean, she just camped right in front of the net. It seemed defense were a bit disoriented there, on edge perhaps. Yes, definitely off guard. All words I would use to describe the defense situation at the time, because Beacom McNeil, the moment she got the ball, ripped it past the MHS goalie there and back to the back of the net. So a good goal from McNeil.
Well done, and that's just, again, another goal for the freshman that makes 8 on the season. This MKA team is getting contributors from all sides, as we have about under 2 minutes left to go in this game. MHS take possession as MHS, there's a lot of yelling here from the student section. Excellent defensive play there by Debbie Giddens. Gets some cheers from the gathered students as Julia Flockhart now running it up. A lot of cheering still here. I can hear it from up here. I don't know if y'all can. We're using a much better mic now. Also, new mic setup. Tell me if you like it better than the other one. Like, actually, I'm trying to get feedback here.
I mean, I'm pretty sure there's like just an audio improvement. Like, if
y'all notice it, then tell me. Kaneo now running it up the left here. Now over to Squarzo. Squarzo still ranging over to his left now, going into the middle. Passes it off to, that is Shea Murphy. Murphy now to Sullivan, back to Murphy. Murphy here. Murphy over to Sullivan. Sullivan and McNeil wide open on the left here. Beacom McNeil looking for a second of the game. It's just going to wander around, I guess. Closely defended, though, with about 45 seconds remaining here. Neal now driving down the left, passing it off to, I can't quite tell, I think that was Addie Goldstein, yes, now with Beacom McNeil. McNeil once again to Goldstein. Seen about parallel with the net, playing it up the left there to Squarzo. Squarzo centers to Murphy. Murphy drives in, gets fouled there, I guess recovers. Now Sullivan, Murphy wide open in front. Maggie Murphy gets forced out, however, now back to Beacom McNeil. McNeil now. McNeil still walking around there. Wide open shot, pass lane, something. Ball was dropped anyway, and there's about 8, 7. I think the MHS goalie might just let this sit. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And I believe that will do it for this quarter and this half. Geez, it is very cold out if you couldn't tell. And I am kind of struggling through. So this has been your MKA Cougars taking on MHS. Current score, Montclair Derby score right now, MKA 8, MHS 2. This has been MKA TV, and we'll see you in a few minutes. Anyway, welcome back to this presentation of girls lacrosse from a very cold broadcasting team here. My name is Ian Tratner. Joining me here is
Alex Shilkrot.
Julian Matthew.
and Kyle Trotman, bravely running back from the sculpture room to get us more gloves because we are freezing.
Yeah, these aren't I don't think these are for heat gloves, but we'll take anything at this point.
It
really.
is kind of very cold. It is weirdly cold. Actually, it's kind of it is kind of warming up at this point. The wind is dying down.
I would heavily disagree, but
I mean, I am wearing like 2 sweaters, so who knows. Anyway, this Montclair Derby, MKA versus MHS. Current score being 8-2 to your Cougars. And the second half and third quarter is going to get underway imminently.
That's right. In the second quarter, we did have a bit of a slower game, or in terms of score. MKA only scored 3. Montclair only scored 1. They did also only score 1 in the first quarter, also. But MK's 5 goal quarter was not really. Yeah, 5 quarter. Thanks. Yeah.
Anyway,
but we'll see what happens.
We'll see. MHS takes the first face-off of the game, and we are off.
I got.
MHS still driving now, as I'm going to give Alex the mic for just a second so I can put on my gloves.
Yeah, no worries. You've been doing this bare hands, so I commend the commitment, MKTV. Meanwhile, MHS is still setting up this siege, as I've called it before. Really
that is a great
waiting
word for it. I
around.
should use that, man. Like, that is
Yeah, here, we'll add this to the MKTV dictionary we'll make after this.
Yes, MKA vocabulary. We've got bit of chaos, something I use often as a excellent save there from Ella Freeman. Bit of chaos, Murphy to Murphy connection. I mean, that's kind of just become synonymous with any 2 players. Like, back when the 2 McAvoys were at MKA. In hockey, I think you could have had a McAvoy to McAvoy connection. Driving in MHS. Great save there by Ella Freeman. Kind of looked a bit dicey there at the end, though. Like, it was mere,
centimeters away from a goal. Not inches. Centimeters. That's
centimeters. We're not using American units anymore. Anyway, Grace Fitzgerald now driving up the right. Keeps driving. She's on the highway. Finally passes off to Peyton Sullivan. Sullivan currently has 3 goals on the game. Sullivan passes off to Addie Goldstein, who has 2. Bika McNeil gets it. The freshman has 1, but 8 on the season. Very impressive. BB Scorzo, who has a couple. 1 today, I think. Yeah. Goldstein. Shea Murphy. Squarzo into Sullivan. Now in the center, passes it off left to Murphy. Murphy over to McNeil. These gloves really are helping. Now on the right, Sullivan can't quite get on the pass, but Shea Murphy manages to recover. Not quite, but she does actually manage to recover. There's a lot of inconsistent magic in lacrosse, I guess. Sullivan now driving in, forced back out over to Squarzo centers about the 20-yard line, passes it off to Murphy. Shea Murphy now driving in, passes it off to Davis in front. Olivia Davis gets taken down there.
But surely that's a penalty shot, right?
It's gotta be. Are we gonna have the zoom in, guys? Boys sounds weird. So, guys, are we gonna have our dramatic zoom?
Too much.
More zoom.
No.
More zoom.
No.
I command thee.
Fine.
There we go.
Cinematic as possible.
Cinematic and dramatic. There we go. Beautiful res. Olivia Davis here. Sorry if it looks like a bit trash, but this is what you sacrifice for drama.
And in a moment, action. You're gonna have to wait a bit though. Refs talking there, so just hang on tight.
So how y'all doing? Anyway, Olivia Davis now lines up the penalty shot, fakes out, passes off to Murphy. Maggie Murphy passes it back to Peyton Sullivan, and there was no reason for that dramatic zoom in anyway. Just take off the glove.
Now we'll have the dramatic zoom out.
Or no, we won't, because both of our crew members insist on wearing gloves that can't touch the screen. Davis passes off to Murphy, who passes it into Sullivan. Sullivan forced out. Passing off to Squarzo, who can't quite collect cleanly. Squarzo still looking for it like a game of hockey again. MHS final collect, but no, they don't. Passed out, and that's going to go out of bounds. MKA possession, question mark? Yes. McNeil with it now on the left.
And we are a bit into this quarter already, and there hasn't really been much action. I mean, you did have the penalty shot attempt there by Davis and a couple, and you do have this right now. What is the
Davis
goalie
now
doing?
with Goldstein, now with McNeil driving in to the center. Murphy shoots. Goal, MKA! That is Maggie Murphy capitalizing on an excellent team endeavor. I feel like I've been saying that a lot. This team really thrives on finding their opportunities, just looking for the right pass at the right moment.
And I think that is the first time ever I've seen the commentator's curse actually not be a curse and help MKA score.
Commentator's blessing? No, that's direct. Like it's not like I summoned them.
Commentator's curse also has the nice alliteration to that, so you had to have to account for that also.
Broadcaster's blessing.
That's good.
There we go.
Add that to the book. No.
MKA dictionary coming soon. No, it's not. But in MKA news, as Murphy gets it up, Viva Squarzo can't quite collect cleanly, but that was too much contact for the ref. They're still going to get it. Squarzo's still going to take it. But in MKA news, student elections just happened. Voting closed about, what time is it?
2 hours in like 5 minutes. So.
Yeah, so if you didn't get your vote in, that's on you.
Wait, it said it closed at 3.
It's going to be 5 in about 2 minutes. In about 5 minutes. So now taken by Murphy, passing it off to Squarzo. Squarzo and that shoots. High shot there by Shea Murphy is errant, and that's going to be taken now behind the net by Addie Goldstein. Goldstein to McNeil. McNeil tries to hit a cutting Peyton Sullivan, can't quite find her, and that's going to be an errant pass collected by MHS. About 7 minutes 30 left to go in this quarter. The wind is picked up again. It is very cold. Alex's weather report, are we bringing that back from last year or no?
Sure. It's cold. I am freezing.
All right, thank you for the weather, sir. MHS now circling around. Behind the net here, now going out left. The MHS roster did not look very good on NJ.com. So again, a plea to any coaches who are wheel. Did they say wheel?
Did you say wheel? I might have missed that.
I thought they said wheel. The MHS bench.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm pretty sure they're playing mind games at this point. I can't tell what their chants are supposed to mean. So.
Are they playing mind games with us?
It's possible a wheel could have been a play move. Or play name.
Actually, that's very smart, Kyle. And it might be working. In shot, goal, MKA. That's commentator's curse at its finest. I'm blaming that.
Is that commentator's curse or is that wheel a play?
Is that wheel? No, the fact that we talked about I don't know, but either way, it is 9-3 now. MKA still look to have this game in hand. But magic of lacrosse and all that. Looks like some members of the boys lacrosse team are returning. I see Thomas Meeker there. I believe that's Charlie Wolf, and Robbie Lieben is also there. He's not on the lacrosse team, but he's there.
That's true. We do have a considerable student body today watching this game. Regardless of current dropping temperatures, they're still coming out to show support, which is awesome.
Yeah, I mean, if we didn't have practice every single day, I would have definitely gone out to watch some fencing or basketball. So it's always nice to show support to your fellow athletes. As these two teams begin to reset after the goal. Face-off is off, and ball is still loose, scrambling for it. MHS finally collect, and now driving through the midfield here. MHS still going. Passing it off right now. Guarded closely by Canao. Now behind the net, MHS. Looking for an opportunity, but now setting up the siege, as Alex so wisely called it. Well, there's a bit of a lull in the action here. Oh, never mind. Something's happening again. MHS now driving around. Gets past, loose ball there, collected now by Julia Flacco. MKA regain possession. Now that Goldstein. Goldstein now running down the left. Goldstein on a fast break here, trying to avoid some defenders. Manages to avoid one. Can she avoid the rest of them? Yes, she can. Still driving now behind the net. Addie Goldstein took it from the 40 to the house. To use a bit of football terminology, this is a football field after all. Now with McNeil, over to Murphy. MKA setting up a siege of their own with Scorzo. Scorzo now running around. Davis in front, goal MKA! Olivia Davis. 10-3, another excellent opportunistic play. The word of the day today is opportunistic. Starts with an O.
Because you know MKA is absolutely going to capitalize on any opportunity they get. That bobble there by MHS. Julia Flacco was right on that, straight to Goldstein, and she just ran it down. Y'all just saw that. And
y'all saw the run, y'all saw the passing, y'all saw the opportunity being made, and that's going to be 10-3.
No, it's 10.
Now that face-off there taken by MHS. As we here at MKA TV would like to remind you that we're always looking for more people. I mean, maybe not this many people. We've had like 6 people in and out of the booth. Avner just showed up at some point. Like stayed here for like maybe 30 seconds and didn't do anything. But we're always looking for more. Maybe a bit of a thing here. Ella Freeman stops any chance of an offensive in its tracks. And I'm going to hand the mic off over to Alex for a sec, because he needs some time to shine too.
Sure, yeah, no, I got this. Seems Ian's going to be it. Oh, we got a rush going, I think. I think that's BB Scorzo with the ball there. Yes, yeah, looking to start something here. She's going to lob it over to, I believe that is Sullivan. Sullivan behind the net to, I believe that is Olivia Davis. Davis to Goldstein. Goldstein looking to start something here. Also, team's looking to start something here. Of course they are. He's trying to score. Davis. Davis back to Goldstein. Mika McNeil. Shea Murphy to BB Scorzo. Scorzo back to Payne Sullivan. That is a full circle. And they're going to go the other way now, actually. BB Scorzo back to Shea Murphy. And are you back, Ian?
If you want to keep talking, you can.
All right, you sure? I can do this current rush. So we got BB Scorzo right now. Scorzo over to Sullivan, and the breeze is really picking up. Not wearing glove in my hand holding the mic. I can really feel it now. Shea Murphy over to Biko McNeil. Their seems the play right now is to keep the ball moving, keep the players on the run, and to just look for any opportunities, which might be now. No, unfortunately not. Sullivan over to Scorzo. Scorzo, a bit of a cut there. Unfortunately, a cut through there. Tried to cut through there, unfortunately not. So ball's gonna move around a bit now. Ultimately, will end up back to Scorzo again. Scorzo back to Sullivan. Sullivan, a bit of a bobble there. Is she gonna recover it? We'll see. And now it seems it will be an MHS possession. Wait.
Yes, it will.
Yeah. So unfortunate end to that siege there. So with that, I will be handing the mic back off to Ian. So Ian, take it away.
All right. Thank you very much. I apologize if my voice sounds a bit shot at the moment. I'm dealing with both allergies, cold temperatures, and a whole lot of screaming. Did not expect this many goals when I did this, so I might tone down the goal calls a bit, as MHS now have a bit of an attacking opportunity here, starting their siege off behind the net now, ranging over to the center. MHS has a lot of moving parts right now, but MKA looking to handle it well, and they do.
Now, why did they?
Penalty shot, I think. Do we want to zoom in on the away penalty shot?
Seem right.
I think we do want to zoom in on the away penalty shot. Freeman now one-on-one, and that is in for MHS, unfortunately. That's going to be a goal, 10-4 now, with about 2 minutes left to go in the quarter.
Well, I mean, it has been after like 34 minutes of play, I think. This is the first time this game where MHS has scored more than 1 goal in a quarter. So, like, it does suck that
They scored.
but like,
They're still up by. MKA is still up by 6.
and the defense has been very strong throughout this game.
And
so.
Ella Freeman, gotta give credit to her. I mean, penalty shot is one of the most difficult one of the most difficult scenarios to be a goalie in any sport. It's just you and the other player. Like, it's not even a 1-on-1; it's a 1-on-0. Oh! BB Squarzo looks like she got run over there.
I mean, a quick recovery though. I mean, she's going to get the ball, and like, she seems to be starting to play here. So.
No damage. Luckily, we never want anyone to be injured here on MKA TV. McNeil now passing it down to Addie Goldstein. Goldstein going to wait around, setting up the siege. I'm just going to keep using that. Thank you, Alex. Goldstein under some defensive pressure there. Pass it up to McNeil. Further down the left. McNeil taking up herself. Runs around coast to coast-ish. Now ranging over to her right. Now in the center. About the 25-yard line now. Squarzo passes it off to Sullivan. Sullivan now to Squarzo. Squarzo back to Sullivan. Sullivan trying to get it in now. There with Davis. Forced out. Back to Sullivan. Now to Squarzo. Squarzo to Murphy. That is Shea. Murphy, I should say. Murphy now finds a bit of a lane here. Tries to drive in. Spins out. Spins one way. Spins the other. And forced out by the MHS defense.
And we got our final minute. Oh!
Oh! That is Maggie Murphy who got run over there. And I think this might be a penalty shot. It's going to be a something, definitely.
And I mean, first it was BB Squarzo. Now Maggie Murphy. Seems MHS. I don't know. They're getting a bit.
Hate to make another hockey comparison, but in hockey, if you're down by enough, you just start headhunting. You just start giving hits out for the sake of it. Murphy now driving in. Shot. Goal, MKA! That is Maggie Murphy with her second of the game. Penalty shots look to be a bit of bread and butter for this MKA team. They seem to be not squandering too many. If there's a shot, it's definitely going to be on target to make it net. But that one went in, and it's going to be 11 for MKA.
Yes, that's right.
Alex, you look a bit cold right now, bud.
I'm sorry for breathing directly into the mic.
Yeah, we got a pop filter this time. I think we're good.
Oh, whoa, technology. That's so cool.
Technology. I brought my own mic today. 53 seconds left. Current score 11-4. We are all kind of very cold here.
Yeah.
I feel lucky that I actually have multiple layers on as that goes up. BB Squarzo almost runs over the person who ran her over, but doesn't. BB Squarzo still taking it here on the left. Passing it off to Murphy. That is Maggie, the recent goal scorer. Most recent goal scorer. Gives now with Shea Murphy. Murphy to Murphy. Back to Murphy. Now over to Davis. Davis down the right to Sullivan. Sullivan to Davis. Davis into McNeil. McNeil looking behind the net now to Addie Goldstein. Goldstein now. This doesn't look like a siege formation as McNeil takes it herself.
Well, they got a rush and they only got 10 seconds left. They don't got much time left.
10, 9, 8. McNeil now 7. White right in front, bobbled unfortunately. Can't be collected. 2, 1. That's not going to go anywhere, and that will end the quarter. Final score for your quarter: Cougars 11, MHS 4. This third quarter of the Montclair Derby. We will see you in just a minute. And welcome back to Van Brunt Field here on a getting colder every second, it feels like, day, where your MKA Cougars are currently leading in the Montclair Derby 11-4, MKA MHS. And Alex Shilkrot joining me on commentary. My name is Ian Tratner, and then we've got two unimportant camera people. I'm sorry. Introduce yourselves again.
I'm Julian Matthew.
And I'm James Osborne.
No, you're not.
I don't know what you're talking about.
All right, James.
You said two unimportant people.
I was joking. Okay, anyway,
Well, the action
face-off is
started,
up, and y'all are behind, so unimportant. Now taken by BB Squarzo. Squarzo to Maggie Murphy. Maggie Murphy now to become McNeil. Now with the thing that's Kiera Brannigan, I want to say. Yes, Kiera Brannigan to Shea Murphy. Now with Brannigan, Squarzo. I got it. Squarzo fakes a shot or a pass or something. Looked like a fake.
I mean, that's the point of fake. You don't know what'll happen next, so.
Well done by the fake then. Now with Squarzo off the pass from Peyton Sullivan's. Intercepted there, attempted for Kiera Brannigan, but MKA might just regain possession here. They do! That is Shea Murphy on the ball now. Gives it over to BB Squarzo. Squarzo now to the other Murphy. Murphy to become McNeil. I keep using the other Murphy because I'm trying to talk fast, man. I don't have enough time to look down, and then I look back up, and then they don't have the ball anymore, as I think Addie Goldstein just drew a penalty shot from a very awkward position. So no zoom in. It's going to be, yep, it's an incredibly awkward spot. You can't get a shot off there unless you're Addie Goldstein earlier this game, I guess.
I mean, I don't know. It's been pretty windy this game, so maybe if you just rip
windy. Now taken by BB Squarzo. Did she fall down herself? I don't know, but she got back up right after, kept the ball. Now with Maggie Murphy. We are getting, we're definitely running at 100% brain capacity right now, as you can tell.
I can feel the difference.
Shea Murphy now with the ball. It's the fourth quarter, and we're running at, like, 100% capacity.
Oh, life is good.
Oh, the sun's gone, y'all. Now I think this is actually a penalty shot for Shea Murphy, so I do think we want our zoom in.
Definitely.
We want our zoom in, Julian.
Very close. Very
Zoom
good
in,
shot.
shot, bouncing shot off the crossbar. Again, that bouncing shot earlier went right in top corner. I guess that one just missed by a little, but great defensive play there by Peyton Sullivan. Guess the refs didn't like it though. I did. MHS now on a bit of a fast break. Desperately, MKA, Julia Flacco trying to defend with her life.
I mean, she did manage. She didn't let MHS get too far from her, and as a result, MKA was able to get back, and now they're playing good defense as they always do.
And immediately gets a shot in. Great save there by Freeman, but maybe we should stop talking about how good these players are.
If I may, I think Ella actually blocked that with her foot, realizing she leaned in the wrong direction.
Oh my God, that's just impressive as heck. Have to watch my language. Impressive as heck.
HE double lacrosse sticks.
Let's go with that. Now with Murphy to Squarzo. Squarzo looked to have a bit of a lane in front of her, didn't take it, passing it off to Sullivan instead. Now back to Squarzo. Squarzo now spinning around on the left, ranging over to the center with Maggie Murphy here. Murphy, long pass to Sullivan. Sullivan hits a cutting. Shea Murphy, bounce shot is in goal, MKA! Opportunistic. I'll say it once, I'll say it twice, I'll say it 7 billion times. This team thrives on opportunity. 12 for MKA. Shea Murphy on the goal there.
Yes.
Something's happening to my right. James, what do you think?
I don't know. I'm not that smart.
Sorry, James, if you're sorry to real James if you're listening. That is Kyle Trotman, actually. Kyle looks offended as Shea Murphy now takes the face off up in the air. Great pickoff there by BB Squarzo. I thought that was 100% going to be MHS as Shea Murphy now takes it into Sullivan. MKA looking with a bit of danger. Shot in off the crossbar. Was that a goal? No, it was not. Wish we had goal line review here. That was impressive. Wait, was it a goal? Whistle was blown for something. Hang on. Something's happening.
I don't think they're counting it.
I don't think they're counting it either, but something's definitely
like
happening.
It hit off the
Crossbar.
The crossbar.
Again, peak brain capacity.
And then bounced down, but it's hard to tell if it got backspin
Especially
and bounced out or if it just bounced out.
I mean, this reminds me of our Kelly Cup final game where ghost goal is all I'm going to say for the sake of sportsman-like conduct.
If you know, you know.
And if you don't know, I've probably told you. Because I'm betting that 90% of the people listening to this are related to me. Something's happening.
Well, clearly it's not going to be a goal, so
yeah.
MHS is going to have the ball.
MHS has possession. Kara Brannigan kind of swinging at the MHS player as they rush down the right. Great defensive play there, but kind of wasted as MHS regain after Shea Murphy gets it. I have 2 codes now. This is awesome. Participation. MHS now driving down the right here, or left here, as we have about 7:20 left to go in this game. Although it's been stuck on the third, official scoreboard's been stuck in the third quarter since the first quarter, so who knows anymore. Kyle is becoming our technical supervisor. Thank you very much, sir.
Huh?
Okay, great talk.
Well said, Kyle.
Yeah. So now MHS putting on the siege here.
And might I add, the sun is out.
Yes, yes it is, as that defensive play by, I believe that was Shea Murphy is going to be called a penalty shot. Yes, it will.
That's right. I don't know.
Penalty shots, and we are enjoying the sun as it arrives.
I don't know if there's a cinematic zoom in there to watch Freeman block that shot, but
it was a very good defensive play. She is an excellent goalie, at least she's shown it this game.
I mean, yeah, and the defense there to back her up. Like, look at her. I mean, MHS is trying. They've moved the ball how many times now?
Is this like what was that siege from what was that siege that this is like one of the sieges in like one of the World Wars that like never actually went anywhere?
Yeah, they're just
History department, help me out, please. I'm trying to remember.
We could get like a guest history teacher to talk, and they'll talk all about the sieges that this could relate to.
The siege is maybe
penalty shot.
Penalty shot here. MHS, great save there again. I think that was off the foot.
Again. Was that the other foot?
Another great save there by Freeman. Artillery saves is what a drill's called. As Peyton Sullivan now. Oh my God! This is a stellar goalkeeping performance.
Imagine getting your shot blocked by the foot of the goalie,
and then getting a rebound and getting another shot saved. This is just impressive.
It's like the most deflating thing.
MHS now with possession, though, after something we were kind of talking.
Yeah.
MHS still with possession, beats a defender. Has a bit of room. MHS trying to look for something. Gets past some defenders. Low shot is off. I'm not sure that's a save, but
did think that was just wide, but like I mean,
Ella
Freeman was there.
Ella
so, like,
is good enough. I might qualify that as a save anyway. Yeah. Kyle, you had something to say?
I think out of my thoughts.
I mean, if Ella wasn't there, it would have been a goal. So like clearly.
Probably, yeah. Kyle now has something to say.
I'd like to point out how the intensity of the game has really spiked. It's been ever so slightly declining since the first quarter, and now with the end of the game looming over everyone's shoulders, you can feel the intensity heating
I mean, I
up.
guess there's a bit of desperation in the minds of the MHS players. They've got to score 8 goals in 5 minutes.
I mean, isn't like an 8-goal lead the most dangerous lead you could have in lacrosse?
Isn't that what Coach Cook says all the time? An 8-goal lead is the most dangerous lead you can have.
I mean, 4 whole minutes, 240 whole seconds.
You can score a goal per second. Hypothetically.
244 goals to 12.
It could happen. Oh, low shot. Good save again by Ella Freeman. We keep hyping her up, and she keeps delivering.
Yeah.
As MKA lose possession there off of some defensive. But Debbie Giddens is not giving up on this play at all. The sun is out again, but is no longer hitting us, unfortunately. This is very cold. Low shot. Another great save by Ella Freeman. Collected not by her, but pushed away by her.
Ella Freeman absolutely putting on a clinic recently with the recent increase in MHS offense. I don't think we've
Recently?
Well, I mean, yeah, I don't think we've seen so many shots in such a short time.
Yeah, she hasn't really, I mean, you can't say she hasn't really been. And there goes the scoreboard, so I guess we are the only reliable source of time.
That means our clock isn't out of sync, because,
no, it's back. Never mind. Julia Flacco attempted to pick it up. Ref didn't like that. MHS maintained possession here. We should get back. Addie Goldstein is.
She was just.
Oh yeah, she was.
Oh, back from her yellow card.
She's been back for a while, man.
For a while.
I think those happen. I think those are like 2 minutes at most. Something definitely happened there. I think Shea Murphy made an excellent defensive play.
I think Ella Freeman's gonna run out now for the rush.
Is she gonna pull a Simon Hardiman?
Nah.
I don't know if Kyle remembers on the boys lacrosse game versus Verona. Simon Hardiman in a crucial overtime game ranges like solid 4 yards out of his, or no, not even 4, like 10 yards out of his crease, like completely unnecessarily. And led to the legendary call of, quote, Simon, low shot there from Squarzo is deflected off, collected by Addie Goldstein. Led to the legendary call of, Simon, get back in the goddamn net, end quote. So that was a fun time. Now Biko McNeil now rushing around the right. Passes off to Sullivan. I should probably get back to calling the action, but I am freezing.
Yeah, game's winding down, only 2 minutes left. It's
a 12-4 lead, so... This is like those.
I know it's a dangerous lead MK has right now, but I don't think.
Squarzo now hanging on to it. No one's in any rush, although I think MK is still looking to pile on more. I mean, it is a crosstown rival. The Montclair Derby is important.
Anyone could win the game.
Anyone, even me.
What have you planned, Ian?
I'm not doing that. I have planned nothing besides another call for tomorrow as MKA baseball. Our first baseball call in like 2 years because I have been the only one doing baseball calls and I can't make it all the way to the middle school. So, watch MKA baseball tomorrow at around the same time as this live stream today. Squarzo now with about a minute left, just running around under intense MHS pressure. But I think it's very fair to say we can call this game in the bag. I feel like it's been in the bag for a while.
Oh, that's cool. You can see on the scoreboard it shows that MK has possession with the football there. Isn't that cool?
Oh, yeah. They're actually doing something with that. Very cool. Murphy now over the head of Goldstein. I thought that was about to go into Walden.
Big lob there. Yeah, imagine if that did like go into Walden and hit a car. Maybe that would be
sorry, McCann. That was who's allowed to park in Walden again?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to reconsider when I'm gonna have to factor that into when I get my Walden spot in like a month. So.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Yeah.
You get that spots. I mean
we're old now.
Oh no, yeah. You only get one more year of me.
It's not gonna be the same. I'll tell you that.
You're not gonna be here either, as we have. By the way, 12 minutes. I'm not. MHS now have 12 seconds. 9, 8, 7. This game has been over since like.
Hang on.
Third quarter. Shot is off. 2, 1. There we go. There's the buzzer. MKA win the Montclair Derby, and you can see the squad embracing goalie Ella Freeman, who, dare I say, might be the MVP. Even though she didn't face a large volume, she saved pretty much everything she saw. Another qualifier. Peyton Sullivan with a hat trick. Maggie Murphy added on with 2. Addie Goldstein with 2, and then a couple 1 goal sprinkled around. Shea Murphy had 2 too. Don't let me forget that. Anyway, final score for this Montclair Derby this year: MKA win 12-4.
And as the Cougars ran onto the field, we're now going to run on inside where it is nice and warm. So
I'm going to do the sign off pretty quickly here. My name is Ian Stratner. Joining me here is a very cold,
Alex Shellcrot.
a probably pretty cold.
James Osborne.
That's not his name. He is Kyle Trotman, and I can't
wrong.
tell if he's cold.
Julian Matthew. I am in fact cold.
He is in fact cold, and this has been MKA TV, your voice of the Cougars, and we will see you all next time. Goodbye, everyone.
Last word,